Good morning. Welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday, the 21st of April. So, looking at the euro dollar first, and well, yesterday we saw it running up, pushing up towards that, back towards that daily 200, and then just fouled as it, well, you can see what it did. It ran into the weekly R3, sold off, went back, had another nibble at the R3, and sold off again. So, it wasn't for moving towards that at that time. Now, there is still a possibility we could have another push up here. We've got the daily pivot above us, and it would probably be nice to see that hit. But where to then? Well, we've got the elections, first round of elections this Sunday. So we'll be down to two players, and I think the outcome of those two players and how the voting rolls for that may just see us um, see a lot of volatility come Sunday evening, Monday morning. On the outcome of that. So I know some of the brokers are adjusting the uh, deposits needed to be trading on the euro. So we'll see. Anyway, at the moment we're seeing a little surge back towards that daily pivot. Now these ranges are not massive by any means. It's 65 pips, I think it was yesterday, and that's one of the things you sort of you've got to look at this and you think, well, it's moved quite a long way, but realistically, I think it was around about 65 pips, maybe 70. No, so yeah, about 70 at the best. They're just under 70. So the ranges are pretty tight still with the euro, but as they may see some increased volatility. At the moment, I'm expecting that this daily pivot may get hit. I will look at price action if that happens thereafter and see if we start breaking back through to the upside, and opinion polls may come into play ahead of the initial vote, but we'll see. Right, okay, so that's the euro dollar, pound dollar. Well, pound dollar is just consolidating in a relatively tight range. Again, it was about 65, 70 pips yesterday. It's just tightening up in this range here. I was expecting yesterday at one stage that we may have seen a follow-through continuation back up to even the previous day's highs, which didn't even manage to get back up to those. Got part there, but now, well, the longer this takes, possibly the greater the chance it may just roll at some point. But it's very difficult actually. You just need to spread this out a little bit. You can see there's a reasonable range, but it's quite a bitty market. I mean, it followed much the same pattern as the euro yesterday. In a sense, it was a little bit slower to push up any further. It wasn't as strong. But that said, it did most of its move before 8 o'clock and did very little move thereafter. However, it's in a tightening old pattern at the moment. It's already hit the daily pivot. I do wonder, as I say, if it will roll here, and I'd probably wait. There's a simple trend line to draw across the lows here. If I can draw it, it'd be nice. Why does my mouse stick when you're trying to do these things? There we go. Somewhere in that region, and if it starts breaking below that level, well, I'll be looking on the short side down to the S1, yeah, and well, yesterday's lows, the Asian session lows there. It seems a logical point there. Anything to the upside? Well, I'd like to say yesterday's highs in the R1, but yesterday's highs haven't worked out for the last 2 days for me on the pound. But today could be the day. We'll see. Okay, dollar yen. Dollar yen, just looking at this, I mean, from a daily perspective, almost back up to the weekly pivot now. It's still moving in this little flag sort of pattern that we were sort of moving. It broke the wedge that I drew on the 4-hourly there, and well, possible more upside here. Weekly pivot just above us, not far above us now, around about what's that, 20 pips or so above, and then maybe if it continues in this mode, it'll push back towards that 100 and possibly more. But certainly pushing up at the moment. It's a bit more stable than it's been. Let's have a look at 60 minutes. Well, we've got an untouched daily pivot below, which well, always prefer to see that hit first, but you can see it's not the best of markets to be trading at the moment. It's been sitting in tight ranges, just whipping backwards and forwards. Now, to me, that makes it quite difficult to trade at the moment, so I'll be steering clear, as I normally do on the Aussie dollar through our session. For intraday trading, it's fine for the swings, not so interesting on an intraday basis generally. Ended up a positive day yesterday, looking like it's pushing up at the moment. 4 hourly's not giving me a lot of clues here. I've got no pivots or anything to work from. Let's see if we've got 60 minutes. There we go. So okay, so it's run back towards its 6,200 at the moment through the daily. If we can break this area, maybe we'll see yesterday's highs of the R1 taken hit as targets above there. It looks like it's making a bit of a meal of the 200 at the moment, having already tested it on the previous hours, tested it again now and looking pretty weak. Any sell-off? Well, personally, if I was trading it, I'd be looking for a break of these 34 moving average maybe. I mean, it could be maybe in a more aggressive short-term setup on the near the highs here, but then looking for, well, down to the pivot break at this level. It's difficult to see where it could sort of head off back down to the S1 sort of zone and the prior lows there. Okay, Canadian dollar. So Canadian dollar has been shoving up yesterday, very tight ranging day. Yesterday it's just come down to the 4 hourly. It did a divergence into the highs there. It's 4 hourly RSI divergence there. At the moment it looks like it could roll a little bit more. Let's just check the oil price. Well, still flirting around the lows, recent lows here. It's not doing too much to it. It's just more a bit of Canadian dollar strength, dollar weakness here. It looks at things. US dollar weakness maybe with a CAD. Maybe we could see a move back to the 4 hourly 21. It looks like it's certainly got some possibility from how we're sitting at the moment. It's already through the daily pivot, pretty much near the S1. Could just see that, as I say, roll over a little bit more on that. But again, as I said, yesterday it just chopped in a tightish range. Just need to be a bit careful to see it doesn't do exactly the same again today. So not looking at the moment like lots and lots of opportunities for me this morning. Possibly may see something out of the euro come if we get the daily pivot hit and see what happens as it does that. If it reacts to it, starts selling off, I'll be certainly looking for the shorter side. If it's bouncing through and starts making some headway, I'll be looking towards the R1, yesterday's lows. Okay, that's it. Have a great day. Bye for now.